join. I'm a little old school. This is all new to me. Okay. So I'm going in. Like I said, my name is Ashley Williams, and I'm trying to do my presentation, or not trying, but I'm doing my presentation on safely lowering my A1C, of course, with my child on that. Okay, so I'm trying to pull up my improvement plan. I'm going in, as you can see. Of course, I can't do two things at one time. That's bad. My team members are, of course, myself, Ashley Williams, my doctor, Dr. Janet Day. It's a he. He's an endocrinologist, MD, medical doctor. He studies endocrine and metabolism, as well as, there we go. Trying to get that in here. I'm trying to pull it up here. Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, there we go. So, my team members, again, Dr. Day, Brandy Smith, Frederick Williams, and Frederick Williams Jr. My global aim is to lower the blood glucose, A1C, from 15 to 10 or less within a 3-month period. I expect that by working on this problem, I can slow down any health complications that occur or may come my way. It is important because, you know, I've nearly had a heart attack, been diagnosed with ketoacidosis, which is the sugar pouring over into the urine, which can be extremely dangerous, which can cause other health problems, feminine problems. Complications are included like kidney disease, hypertension, liver damage, pancreas damage, thyroid problems. All this can occur from uncontrollable diabetes. It's crazy, but it happens. Neuropathy, damage of the nerves, loss of eyesight. Everything is controlled by that one little area, which I'm praying that this improvement plan can make me look at things a lot differently. Some things that I observed that, you know, stood in the way, some barriers or factors that happened. I thought about the fact that I've not been able to live the life that I want to live. It's the life that God has presented to me that I have, you know, He has steered me in. But I definitely know that it's been some times that I could have made some changes in the way that I exercise, which has been a factor. The way that I've taken my medication, or the lack of taking medication. I sometimes have tended to, in the past, skip my insulin because either I did not want to take it, or was too busy, or even the fact that I didn't have the funds, the money to pay for my refills. I also saw other women that I know in my life that, you know, if they wanted to lose weight, they would just stop taking their insulin. And that can be very dangerous. And I was slowly killing myself. And I'm sure they are too, if they are not already deceased. The problem has affected my nerves and my vision. Not as bad as others have, but it's times when I have blurred vision. There's times when my hands, my feet tingle, or I can't even feel anything. I may burn my hand and not even know it. You lose all kind of feelings. There's been some literature that supports some of the things that I've already discussed, which you can find on the websites of Diabetic Connect or diabetes.co. And it explains, like I said, I'm been a diabetic for 24 years and I'm type of 1 diabetes. I was juvenile onset. My pancreas does not work to a certain extent. I've partnered up with Dr. Janet Day. He was an MD endocrinologist out of Tupelo, Mississippi. He has taken the initiative to inform me of all possible ways to lower my blood sugar levels. He's provided me with information and education on the new testings procedures. He checks to see what are my levels and how am I doing. You know, most doctors, you don't even get to do that. As well as Brandy Smith, who is also on the team. She's a friend of mine who travels back and forth on the highway throughout the United States, and she tends to find more healthier products that maybe our local grocers don't have, don't have available. Things that we haven't even been exposed to other places in the United States have. And she also holds me accountable for my goals. I do understand the process, and just for this, we didn't have to reevaluate, but I do have family that, will buy in or help with funding with my projects. The customer, of course, is myself, Ashley Williams. I have determined to eliminate the blame, which the blame is on myself and for lack of medication or lack of knowledge of what to do as far as taking medication. So rely on the data, the team approach, the level, the economic support, the support of my family. And even when I do accomplish my goals, yes, there is a plan reward for that, which includes a trip with my husband. Not my little boy this time. Sometimes mom and daddy don't get a chance to do it. And if I obtain my goal of getting on my A1C, a definite trip for the two of us has been planned. Will be planned. Some barriers I know, and I don't know why my project come and my lettering comes like this, but the problem was taking medication and checking blood sugar levels, glucose levels. That was a problem. And as you can see, there are different, why it's coming up like that, but there are different processes, lack of knowledge, lack of education here in Columbus in this area. As far as classes, there's only a few support groups here for that. The environment has been stressful. Yes, I tend to run more errands and think of others before I think of myself. And that has actually been a problem with Ashley Williams Healthcare. Process map. I don't know if it'll load. It's not wanting to load, okay. Or we'll just move on to that. The specific aim is to lower the A1C from 15, which is 500 plus sugar levels, which is extremely dangerous, that's coma stages, to a 10 or less. Just small, that's a big gap, but it's a small gap. When you look at it, it's a small gap, but it's big in my eyes. But to lower it to a 250 averaging or under, with using a new medication, Tresiba. So the plan is, it's been working since September the 12th, which is, of course, that's a sample, but it's not loading as well. I don't know what the deal is today. Okay, go back because it didn't load. But September the 12th is when I started the new medication. On October the 11th, I had an iProbe put in. An iProbe is a little small device that was inserted into my belly, and it measured my sugar readings for 3 days, over a 3-day period, as well as checking my sugars every 5 minutes to see, are my sugar levels the same internally as they are externally when I check it on the meter. So from that number, from September to October, my A1C went to a 7.3. Now, we're trying to aim for that goal for the whole entire 3 months, which 7.3, that's wonderful numbers. Ashley, myself, needs to get that sugar level down so that I can live a little longer for my 4-year-old, because he's a very active little boy, as you can hear. I interviewed, as you can see, Frederick Williams, and I asked him those questions over here, and he answered. He can see a tremendous difference in the way I am, the way I act, not aggressive, not overpowering, not agitated all the time. Those are signs of high blood sugar level, which is called hypoglycemia. Hyperglycemia. Hyperglycemia means high blood sugar levels. Hypoglycemia is low blood sugar levels. And both seem to have the same situations, the same goals, as far as, and I'm saying goals, but the same side effects. Thank you. I can thinking in my head, side effects, as far as shakiness, sweaty fingers, urinating all the time, agitated, hungry, thirsty. It's pretty much, you have to watch. It's the same. I can measure these numbers, like I said, in 3 month hemoglobin A1C testing, which is done in Dr. Day's office. As you can see, try not to go over time, you guys. Trying to get it to go down. Okay. So I'm balancing. I noticed that my focus is on lower blood sugars, and I have gained weight and not focused so much on exercise when I should be focusing on all of it. These are the issues, the ideas, and exercise more. Healthy eating habits, taking the Tresiba, checking the blood glucose level. Those are change ideas that I have arised within my team, and that we're trying. Between Frederick Jr., they're holding me accountable, and Brandy, Dr. Day, they are all holding me accountable for getting myself back on track so that I can live longer. And that's the plan. I want to be able to, if I can get it down to 10, my next step is to get it to 6. After I get it to 6, I want to be off insulin, completely off insulin injections. And that's my next step in my PDSA plan. I observe that when I'm taking the medication, so at the same time every day, daily, then my levels seem to all stabilize and be at one balanced line. So that's where I'm trying to get. I hope I said something, done something to help you in your future and with you all's family as well. I pray that something has been said that will help you.
Losing your limbs, which means in your legs or fingers.
I don't know what that was, but I'm turning this off. All right. Thank you, guys.
My turn. What's your mommy?
Wait a minute, FJ.